What is the mark of the beast? To receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. Coins and notes, i.e. printed money, will no longer be used as a means of payment. The money will exclusively exist in electronic form and will be placed on a chip for total human control. All cards as payment methods will be revoked. The chip will be implanted to humans under the skin of the right hand or their foreheads. And these chips may come in many different forms. The chip will also include all the documents and information about the man: ID card, driver's license, health insurance, passport, etc. The chip will seemingly be useful as people will not have to carry money or many documents that can be lost. It will be said that the chip is good to have because of frequent abductions of children, both handicapped and senile persons who are easily lost, because through the chip their movement and location can be monitored at any time. Satan, through the help of Antichrist, will place a chip into the majority of the population for the sake of total control of the people and change of their behavior. Thus, modern and advanced technology will become a means of enslavement and totalitarian rule of the world from one center. Population control will be carried out through low-frequency broadcasts affecting the chips. Through low frequencies, it is possible to cause severe depression, euphoria, anxiety, hallucinations, programmed behavior, loss of desire for prayer, heart disorders, and death. The Antichrist will take advantage of microchips to exercise the total control of the mind, the feelings, and the behavior. Mind and feelings make up a person's character. Those who receive the chip will lose the gift of the free will, and they will become programmed minds whose will and behavior will be created by someone else, the devil. If the chipped person thought to oppose this system of government, he would simply be disconnected, namely killed. An individual who wants to become a full-fledged citizen of a global state will only be able to achieve this after acknowledging his loyalty to the Antichrist system of government. All those who don't bow to Antichrist and don't receive the chip will not be users of the electronic system and therefore will have no rights, neither will be able to buy or sell. Fallen Christianity will unite to destroy the true followers of Christ. Instead of salvation, churches will become a place of ruin for their believers. That is why the last message of God to His people is to come out of the church systems which lead to destruction. However, the mark of the beast will be much more than that. In the far past, fallen angels had intimate relationship with human women, mixing their angelic genetics with human ones, creating demonized giant offspring. In the last deception, Satan and the fallen angels will pass on their genetics to humans. We are talking about the seed of Satan. He doesn't have to use sexual relationship to reproduce anymore. Today he can do it genetically through DNA. And this is the reason why genetic engineering is so popular today. Satan wants to take over the world. He can accomplish this if he transfers his genetics, his seed, that is his DNA, to the human race, so that man becomes a participant in the nature of fallen angels and irreversibly evil. This is the solution for the destruction of men. Lucifer's DNA can be injected and passed over the chip into someone, and then it becomes a part of a man. Satan's DNA spreads over the entire system, uniting with the person's DNA, and the person becomes completely and literally genetically transformed. The person becomes demonized and irreversibly evil. So God's plan of salvation for such a person has failed. DNA upgrade will enable people to strengthen their immune system so they wouldn't become ill anymore, and the lifespan will expand on many more years, which shall be irresistibly attractive deception. DNA transformed person ceases to be a human and becomes Nephilim, that is demonized and irreversibly evil, so that the judgment from Revelation is completely the same as for the pre-flood world, which is complete destruction. God's plan of salvation is given us, according as Christ's divine power has given unto us all things that pertain unto life and godliness, that by these ye might be partakers of the divine nature. Whosoever is born of God does not commit sin, for his seed remains in him, and that is the Spirit of Christ, and he cannot sin because he is born of God. What is the right solution for immortality which God offered to every man? For whom he did foreknow, he also did predestinate to be conformed to the image of his Son, that he might be the firstborn among many brethren. Jesus Christ is the second Adam. He is a new man who is the firstborn of God. So God is creating a new humanity because he gives birth to us again through Jesus Christ, his Son. He gives us the victory that Christ won by the Holy Spirit. Thus we become new humanity, or the temple of the Christ Spirit. And then this happens, we shall change our vile body, that it may be fashioned like unto his glorious body, according to the working whereby he is able to subdue all things unto himself. First, we receive the Spirit of Christ. We have been born again within ourselves. We become new people with the mind of Christ and with feelings of Christ. And during the second coming of Christ, we will receive his glorified body, and thus we become new, victorious humanity. And that will be the complete recreation of God, both in spirit and in flesh, becoming the sons and daughters of God. Thus, all people will have the opportunity to make the decision to become sons of God or sons of Lucifer. Jesus Christ was the representative and the image of his Father, and was sent into the world as the second Adam to make new humanity in his own image, the image of God. He that has seen me has seen Father. In parallel to that, the Antichrist will be representative of Satan alone, and will bear his image or seed, through whom will Satan be glorified and through whom he will deceive the whole world. The last Pope and Antichrist, John Paul II, who is the eighth and is of the seven, and goes into perdition, was in very poor health condition back in 2005 when he was removed from the scene. His return will be Satan's masterpiece. He will strengthen John's DNA with his own and extend his life and health and present him as an example of what a human being can become when he does an upgrade with alien beings, that is, fallen angels. What is going to happen at the end of the history of this world? Christ hath spoken these words. And he answered and said unto them, He that sows the good seed is the Son of Man. The field is the world. The good seed are the children of the kingdom. But the tares are the children of the wicked one. The enemy that sowed them is the devil. That is his seed, his genetics. The harvest is the end of the world, and the reapers are the angels. At the end of the earth history, it will appear two creations, God's and Satan's, and it refers to the body and the spirit, respectively to the whole being. What will be the end to it? Gather ye together first the tares, and bind them in bundles to burn them, and gather the wheat into my barn, and that is our heavenly Jerusalem, where saved ones will be taken and will be there during the millennium. As therefore the tares are gathered and burned into the fire, so shall be in the end of this world. Then shall the righteous shine forth as the sun in the kingdom of their Father. The mark of the beast has four characteristics. The first one says, "And he caused all to receive the mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name." The second characteristic says, "And the first went and poured out his vial upon the earth, and there fell a noisome and grievous sore upon the man which had the mark of the beast, and upon them which worshipped his image." Third one, "And in those days shall men seek death, and shall not find it, and shall desire to die, and death shall flee from them." Now when lifespan becomes extended to many years, same as it was in the days of Noah, DNA upgrade reveals itself as a curse. Everything that is not from God is cursed. The fallen angels do not want good for man, but people cannot understand that. During the outpouring of 7 plagues, people suffer much more because they cannot die. Everybody who receives the mark of the beast will end up in the lake of fire and brimstone. That's the fourth one. For them there is no more mercy nor forgiveness.